Introduction to Engineering Mechanics. So in this video we are going to discuss about the basic concepts of engineering mechanics. So let us start with the basic definition of engineering mechanics. So it is defined as it is a branch of physics which deals with the study of forces and their effects of the bodies, whether the bodies are in rest or in motion. So we can see that in this definition it deals with the study of forces and their effects of the bodies, either the bodies are in rest or in motion. So what do you mean by force? Force is nothing but the tendency to change an object by applying some load, whether the body is in rest or in motion, right? So when we are applying some load to an object, if it changes its position or if it is in a state of rest, some effects may appear. So these kind of effects may be learned in this subject. So this is the basic definition of engineering mechanics. Now let us classify the various branches of engineering mechanics. Based on the nature of the body, the forces are applied. Engineering mechanics is classified into various types. Classification of engineering mechanics. As we said that it is classified on the basis of nature of the bodies. It is divided into two main branches, mechanics of solids and mechanics of liquids. So first we will go to mechanics of liquids. It is divided into two more types, that is compressible fluids and incompressible fluids. So here compressibility depends on the density of a substance. So when force is applied, if density of the substance changes, then they are said to be as compressible, and if does not changes, then they are said to be as incompressible fluids. Mechanics of solids are classified into rigid bodies and deformable bodies. See here you can see the word deformable is easily describing that a body will change its shape and size when force is applied. A rigid body is nothing but opposite of deformable bodies. These rigid bodies are also called as non-deformable bodies. So when load is applied, when forces are applied, the body does not change its shape or size. So again these rigid bodies are classified into two more types. So when the bodies are in rest, forces are applied, then it is called as statics, and when the bodies are in motion, if forces are applied, then it is called as dynamics. So dynamics is again classified into two more types, when forces are depends upon the forces which are considered or not. In kinetics forces are considered when the bodies are in motion. In kinematics forces are not considered when the bodies are in motion. So in this way engineering mechanics is classified into various types. In this is the pictorial representation of engineering mechanics classification. Now let us discuss the most important topic, most important basic concept which we have to be known when we are learning this engineering mechanics. That is nothing but idealization in engineering mechanics. Idealization is one of the basic concepts to be known when we are learning this subject. So what is idealization? In simple words we can say that the results are obtained due to assumptions. So when we are solving some practical problems by assuming some ideal conditions to the principles of the mechanics, it will be easy to solve, and it is also impossible without assuming these ideal conditions. So there are three ideal conditions in this engineering mechanics. The first one is particle, continuum and rigid body. The first ideal condition is particle. So a particle has mass but size that can be neglected when a body is idealized as a particle, or an individual body whose size does not affect the analysis of forces acting on it. The second ideal condition is continuum. Distribution of matter continuously in a body is known as continuum. So matter consists of atoms and molecules. The forces and their effects on particular molecule or particular atom, it will be very difficult to be known. So to reduce that complexity, this assumption is made. So here we are assuming like that matter is continuously distributed over the body. So this evenly distribution of the matter will be very helpful when we are solving the practical problems by using the mechanics. The third ideal condition is rigid body. So rigid body is one of the most important ideal condition we will use oftenly when we are solving the problems. So as we know that rigid body, it does not deform its shape when load is applied. So when load is applied, before and after, the position of the particles does not change their position. The distance between any two particles remains constant in this rigid body. So these are the three ideal conditions of engineering mechanics: particle, continuum, and rigid body. Mostly we will use rigid body ideal condition in most of the problems. So these are the basic concepts of mechanics, like definition, classification, and idealization. The one more important basic thing we have to be known is the practical applications. So when we know the practical applications, we can understand the subject very easily. So the practical applications in our real life, we can see that the constructions and automobiles, these two are plays major role in by using this engineering mechanics concepts. So without these engineering mechanic concepts, it will be very difficult to do an design and analysis and prediction of any automobile or any construction. So this is the important core subject for civil engineering and mechanical engineering students. The students who are pursuing civil engineering and mechanical engineering now, just don't learn the subject for academics purpose only. Learn the subject to know the concepts, and read these concepts very depth, because this subject will not only help you in your first semester, it will help you in other subjects which you are going to learn in your other semesters in your future higher semesters. And also it will not only help you until the academics. After academic, when we are doing a core job like civil or mechanical, in most of the core jobs related to civil and mechanical is designing field. So in this designing field, this subject plays an important role. In our upcoming videos, we are going to describe more concepts related to this engineering mechanics. So if you want to learn more interesting topics related to this subject, please do subscribe, share and like Learn in Minutes. Thanks for watching.